on a previous video that I posted about it was, am I forcing my daughter to be vegan? In a response to that video, I got a comment from a woman who had a daughter the same age as me, and she said that she's even more honest about veganism to her daughter than I am, because what I've told my daughter is, I've told her kind of a little bit about, oh, this hurts cows and stuff, but I haven't pushed it because I've been afraid, really. I've been afraid of burdening her or, ruining her childhood with very serious world problems. I kind of want her to just enjoy her life. But then, after this lady had told me, she said, oh, my daughter kind of embraces it. She's like, she really likes that she's, helping the animals, and she kind of, and she's not afraid that she's different. She likes being different. She talks to her about her friends, and like she gets excited because she has special food and things like that. So it kind of made me think, maybe my daughter can handle a bit more. Maybe because I think in my mind, when I went vegan, it wasn't just, oh, that hurts the animals, I'll stop. Like, it was, but like there was so much more going on in my head. Like, because it kind of, after I found out about it, I learned so much, and it was the truth of it, I think, and the fact that it's like we're all being exploited essentially for money, which you kind of know anyway, but you don't realise on what kind of scale it is. You think you're kind of, I thought I was quite aware of what's going on, but I was so wrong. I was being duped. Like, the whole protein thing's like, you don't need that much protein. It's all stemmed from propaganda of the meat and dairy industry, and you don't really need it, but that's another video. So I think it was just the truth aspect of it. I'd been conned and I'd been mugged off, and I felt like a mega idiot, really. So and it just, sorry, it keeps going off. It just, loads of things kept going through my head, and it gets me down. It gets me down at how corrupt it all is. So she kind of reassured me that she was like, children don't think like that. It's very simple to them. They're like, oh, I don't hurt animals, I won't eat that then. It's all very simple. So I thought I would have a conversation with my daughter and see how it went. So, and I did. And I said that, which foods hurt the animals, and, what foods don't contain any food that hurts, or anything that hurts animals, or, isn't from animals. And she was like, she's amazing, absolutely amazing. She went, oh, well, I don't want to hurt animals, I won't eat that then. And I was like, okay. I was like, even, when we go round, to people's houses and things like that, and she was like, no, I won't eat that. And I was like, would you like me to, like, we can go shopping and buy some special food to bring round when you go round? She was like, oh, yeah, and like she's got her friend's party on Saturday, and because I tried to say to her, like, some other people do eat food from animals. Some people know that it hurts animals and they still choose to eat it. Some people don't know and they eat it. So, like, I was like, so, it is your choice if you want to eat these foods or not. She was like, no, I'm not going to eat it. I was like, okay, well, you've got your friend's party and they're going to have, like, cake and stuff, and that cake will have milk in it and will have eggs in it. And she was like, oh. And I was like, well, it's up to you if you want to eat it. And she was like, and I was like, or we could go shopping and get some food for you to bring to the party that you could eat and instead. And she was like, oh, yay, and she was like really excited. She was like, yeah, let's do that. So it was just like amazing. Like, it's just so simple to her. And then when she came home from nursery today as well, she had like some chocolate buttons that they'd given out, and she asked me to open them, and I just said, well, I want to let you know that these have milk in them, like cow's milk. And she was like, oh no. And I was like, I do have some chocolate though. Like, I have some chocolate at home, like, milk-free chocolate. And she was like, oh, okay. And she's just like, I was like, did you still want your buttons? And she's like, no. I was like, are you sure? It's your choice. They're your buttons. And she's like, no. And she's just like, I'll have the other one. I want the one that doesn't. And it was just like, it's just so sweet. I thought it would be like quite a hard concept for her to get, but she just sees it as like, I'll just have the thing that doesn't then, which is kind of how I saw it when I realised what happens to the animals. So I'm just so proud of her. Oh, and she said some other stuff as well. She said she went, I'm gonna protect all the animals. I was like, oh, are you? And she went, yeah, if anyone's gonna hurt the animals, they're gonna have to go through me. I was like, oh, darling. Me and you. We're gonna be a right pair, aren't we? Little vegans. But that's just because I've said to her, it's your choice. When we go around to people's houses, if they have other food, it's your choice if you want to buy it or not. Like whether you want to eat it or not. She's like, no, I don't want to eat it. I was like, okay, that's your choice. But I did say to her as well, like, do you want me to tell you, like, whether a food's got milk in it or not, or whether it's got eggs in it or not? Do you want to know? She was like, yes. So I was like, okay, so when you get a food that you're not sure of, you can ask me, and I will help you and stuff. And she was like, okay, yeah. So it's kind of like I wanted her to lead it in a way, but at the same time it's like it's hard because I want to be honest with her, but I just don't want to burden her with anything. But then I think about how it was when I was when I was little. I would have wanted to know, and I would have wanted to make that choice for myself, because I feel like I'm not letting her choose, and I'm not letting her be in charge of it if I just don't tell her which foods her animals are not, because she has told me straight up now that she does not want to eat anything that hurts animals. So it would be wrong of me to go around people's houses and let her unknowingly eat a food that contained a cruel ingredient, because she has said to me she doesn't want to eat that. So it'd be kind of weird and sick even to let her do that against her will. I know she's doing it against her will just to be polite to the host or something. I respect my daughter's decision more than a social politeness. And it would suck for people to get used to it at first, but if it's for the benefit of my daughter, that's what I've got to do, and it's her beliefs and it's what she wants to do. So I would always respect that. But I just feel so proud of her. She melted my heart, absolutely melted my heart. She also told me that she doesn't eat unicorns either. I was like, okay, we won't eat the unicorns, because they're animals, and all the programs she watches, she's like the protector of the animals. She loves animal programs and where they save the animals and stuff, And I don't put them on. She found this fairy thing where they're elves and fairies, and they all have to save the unicorn. It's her favourite thing, So she's she sees animals beautifully. She holds little spiders. She loves them. She's just amazing. So yeah, I just wanted to share that little update with you. It just went so well, and I'm just so proud of my little Bubsy. So yeah, I guess thank you for the advice to the comment that I got, and it wasn't on YouTube, by the way. I got it on a comment where I posted the video in another place. And thank you so much for your advice. Obviously I wasn't graphic with her. All I had to say to her was it hurts them, and that was enough for her to be like, don't want anything to do with it, which is really how it should be for adults, I suppose. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and take care. Hope you like this video.